welcome to Rebooted Mindset, formerly Rebooted the podcast. I'm your host, Alida Hernandez. Come join me every Wednesday and Sunday afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time to hear real-life conversations with experts around the world on how we can heal our body, mind, soul, and spirit. So let's get talking. Let's do this again because I was muted. Sorry. See what happens when you take vacation? So this is Alida Hernandez, Rebooted Mindset. How is everybody today? I'm hoping my guest jumps on. He was having a little technical difficulties trying to get in. So I hope that Gus does connect because today it's going to be a spectacular show. We're going to talk about diet prison. So diet prison. I think majority of us out there have been in some form of diet prison. Those are those that you want to lose weight and you're like, I need to lose 10 pounds. I have an event to go to or whatever it is. And you decide that you're going on the next fad that's out there, right? So South Beach diet, the keto, whatever, I don't know, keto diet, and I don't know what else. And let's see. Hold on one second, guys. I have to just mute for 30 seconds. Anyway, sorry, guys. I'm home. I'm not at the studio. If you don't know, unfortunately, we had to close Studio 33. That's where I had my office, and me and JC had the studio there for the last year, and we had a great business going. And we are relocating to a new location. Not sure where yet. We're still looking. It's a hunt right now for the best location because we need a better place than we had before and in a better location. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. It's a long story, but it's all good. Just to let you know, me and JC are awesome. And I'm very grateful for what I have in my family and that I have the opportunity to spend time with my family right now. You might hear little noises because I have puppies. So I'm in the room with the mama, which is a mini pincher, and 3 puppies. And they're just starting to make noise. Let's see. I'll grab one so you can see it. This one's not available. Give me the one that's available. Okay. This is my little Snoopy. Okay, that's what I call him. He has one white leg. He's the cutest little thing. Look at that. He's a Maltese and a mini pincher mixed. Multi-pin. They're just adorable. I love them. Oh my God, I just want to squeeze them. So I have a male available if anybody would like to. I'd like to rehome it. Oh, he was tired. Let me get the other one. What happened? Oh, here's the little girl. Oh, okay. Here's the little girl. This is Bella Rose. Ain't she cute? This is Bella Rose, and she is going to be a service animal for a special lady named Rose. So her name is Bella Rose after her mama and her new mama. So that's Bella. She says hi. And then here's the one that's available. This little boy. He's adorable. Oh, and they're getting big. Okay. Look at this one here. Okay, this one is adorable. He is so cute. He has the black and brown like the mama, and then he has the other paw. That's so he has his. Let me see. I can't see my left. It's his left paw that's white, and the other dog has the right paw that's white. So they're opposite twins. So he's available if anybody's interested. So going back to diet prison, I don't know what my guest is. We're gonna call him in a second. JC's gonna help me with that to see why he's not connecting. And anyway, so I'm gonna keep talking about it. So how many have been? If anybody out there, you've been on a diet, okay? You go, oh, it's a new diet. I have to do so many calories. I have to do so many this and count the carbs and all this other stuff, right? And then you start doing the diet and it's so hard. Once they give you like, how do you call it? When they restrict you, right? They tell you, oh, you can't eat this, you can't eat that. You crave it, right? The minute they tell you can't eat it, it's like that's instant. Like now I want every chocolate I can see or whatever it is. So, but Gus, our transformational coach, he has an incredible program, 9 Steps to a Healthy Mind. And he also have a program for people who want to lose weight, but to really lose weight and get into the nitty gritty of really why you have a lot of weight. Okay, so I've lost a lot of weight. I did gain like 10 pounds the last 6 months or so because I have been, it's been kind of very hectic. But so I'm on my journey now to eliminate those extra 10 pounds that I put on after I worked so hard to get them off. But it's all good. Um, what happens is we're kind of like used to routine. So as we were little, they taught us about food, right? There's certain foods we eat. Sometimes there's foods that are cultural because a grandma made something or a mother made something all the time. So then you're used to eating those foods. But I'm sorry, I just like lost my train of thought completely. So the habits, your habits, are very important. And so some habits you don't even realize what they are because you've been trained since a young girl, young boy, whatever you call yourself. Since you were young, you were trained. And so your subconscious is already trained and knows things, just remembers things. It's like on the computer you have RAM, right? And you have certain memory that stays resident all the time, and then other ones just every time you reboot it erases. Okay, so the ones that stay with you, that are ingrained in your subconscious, that you don't even realize it, those are the ones that really give you a hard time. And because they stay there forever. So you're trying to change your diet habit, but you haven't changed the way you think. So that's what Gus is going to talk about because it's like,
He's trying to connect now.
okay, thank you. So he's trying to connect now. So, it's always a challenge. Snoopy, my little puppy's trying to get out. Ven acá. Aquí exactamente no jotico por ahí. Ay, Dios mío. The challenges of being home trying to do a podcast, but it's all good. It's all good. So where's my people today? Where is everybody today? Huh? I haven't been here for a little while. I took a couple of weeks off. We had Thanksgiving. We had a lot of things going on between the studio events and closing up and the house, and it's just a lot of things going on in life, right? So, I think my guest is here. I see my guest. So I'm gonna bring in my guest, Gus Barney, and I call him a transformational coach. I gave you a new name. I don't know. You have so many titles and all this. He's certified in all these different things. So he can tell us all about him when he gets in. And we had him on the show a couple of weeks ago too. So here he is. Hey Gus,
Hi. Hi,
how you
Lisa.
doing? Can you turn your
Good.
phone the other way by any chance?
The
The
phone the
sideways?
other sideways. Oh, I don't know. It's
Just tilt it. Oh no, you can't. You have it on
no,
a tripod.
I can't. Yes,
Okay, that's okay. That's all
that's
good. I
okay.
can hear you good.
Okay. Okay. How
So
are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Okay.
So I was telling the people who were on, I was just talking about diet prison. I was just giving them an example of those yo-yo diets that we all go on because we decide, oh, I got to lose 15 pounds for Christmas or I got to do something, right? And you
Right.
all of a sudden you need to lose 10, 15 pounds and you start getting on South Beach diet or the keto diet or whatever diet that's out, the grapefruit diet. I've heard so
Right.
many diets, right?
Right.
And most of the time, when you try to do something like that, you usually fail because you haven't changed the way you think about everything. And that's what you come in about how our subconscious is controlling our habits.
Right, right. This is the thing. There's about a 98% plus diet failure. People gain the weight back. Okay. There is a million diet products out there. And I'm not saying some of them are bad, nothing like that. There's some that are good. There is also, Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig and many of these things. out there to help people lose weight. And to some degree, some of them are successful. But the
Mm.
thing is this, we're working with a conscious mind. Like we think that a primitive brain is going to override all of the issues that we have. So we look to be doing well on a diet sometimes, and then all of a sudden we get stressed out, and the trigger comes in that creates the breakdown, and all of a sudden we're consuming. We are
Mhm.
consuming, okay? We're eating the wrong foods. If your subconscious mind, if we can't find the blind spot inside of your subconscious, you're just going to recreate that. That's diet jail. That's going to diet prison. You're doing the yo yo. You're doing it again and again and again. So, what has to take place? You, what are the things that they always tell you? Go to the supermarket with a full stomach. Do you know why they say that? Do you
Because
know
you'll
the
buy
reason?
everything you see.
That's right. So they
And
tell you
all the junk food,
all the
because
junk food.
they put everything, they do it on purpose, right? On the when you go to pay, they put the chips, they put the chocolate, they put all this all the garbage
Everything.
stuff.
Every temptation known to man is there. You're hungry and you go there and you become derailed right there and then. But the truth of the matter is that, and it's hard for me to say this and maybe even harder to explain, but I think that people can understand this. If you worked, okay, the blind spot inside of your subconscious, I go to the supermarket and I go hungry to the supermarket. And do you know what happens? I buy all the right foods for me, meaning that my subconscious mind has been retrained so that I am okay. I could be starving, but I'm still picking up the right foods without the temptation of hitting into what formerly would have been an addiction. And having been in the nutritional supplement business, I know very well how the food industry works. And let me ask you something. If you are a chemist for a major food company making something with all kinds of ingredients in there, what do you
Mm.
think that chemist has to do? Do you think
Yeah,
that the chemist has to make that food taste good?
yeah,
Yes,
it
right?
does.
Do you
Yep.
think that chemist has to put maybe some sugar and some other stuff in there, okay, to make it very palatable to stuff that probably is not that eatable, and that now you're hooked onto that stuff?
Yeah,
So
that's
that's
the
what the game
problem.
is.
Yeah.
This is the game. The game in the food industry is very simple. Once you figure it out, you understand that the job of these chemists in all of these major companies is to addict you to their food. They make money if you buy their product. They don't make money if you don't buy their product.
Hey,
You,
Gus,
you,
before
you
you continue,
follow?
do you have any more light you can put on in front of you? Because it's a little dark.
Sure, of course I can. Yes,
So I can
yes. Let me
see you a
put
little
some
better.
light
It's a
on.
little fuzzy.
Okay.
But this is going to be an amazing conversation, everybody, because I've been there. I remember. Oh my gosh, like say 15 years ago. So I wasn't taking care of myself, and oh, I want to say hi. Hi, Rachel. Rachel's on. Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Francisco. Hi, Francisco. Gracias por estar ahí. Mañana Spanglish a las 7. And JC is watching and everything. Thank you, JC, for supporting and watching my show tonight. So I was just saying hi to everybody there. Oh, Lupe. Hey, Lupe. Oh, there's Rachel again. So just put some comments coming in, just saying hi to some people. But I was saying that like 15 years ago, I remember that I was quite heavy. I gained a lot of weight, and I remember even longer than that. I remember going through this phase in my life, going, I can't lose this weight. Like I had it in my head already. Like I was already failing when I started
Right, right.
because I
And
was
this is
already like,
so true.
I can't lose this weight. I don't understand why. Some people, like all these different things. And then I started dieting, right? eating like these portion control and really starving myself and not eating what I liked and forcing myself to eat things because I had to. And it was horrible. Who wants to do that, right?
It's a horrible experience. You know, you're working against your brain chemistry. You, if you're working with your subconscious mind, you can work with your brain chemistry, and it allows you to flow into losing the excess weight. But if you're
Mm.
not, it's a trap, because every time you see in a commercial on TV a pizza or a sizzling steak, and you start to drool, you start to salivate, it's coming down like this, you know that your mechanism is stopping. Your brain
Mhm.
chemistry is now changing. You are opening up the starvation mechanisms within your body, and you're slowing calorie expenditure. And you're not able to burn off the last meal that you had because of your internal system working, because
Mm.
you just saw a disturbing picture of something that you very much want but you can't have. And when you keep giving people what they can't have, eventually they get overcome and they can't deal with it anymore. So
Exactly.
this is why if you don't do the inner workings in the subconscious mind, there's been a lot of unconscious thing been put into our hard drive. I mean, I could tell you the perfect story. I was a skinny kid. I was like a toothpick. But as a child, they would tell me, my mother and father would tell me, "Hey, listen, you got to eat everything." And I could sit at the dining room table, and everybody would be gone, and I'd still be there an hour and a half later trying to finish my meal because I had a little tiny stomach. I couldn't eat. Because what was the deal? They're starving kids in Africa. You know, if I say that to my kids in this generation, they tell me, "Dad, give me some stamps and we'll send it over to them." You know, not,
Yeah.
it's different. So what happens is this: you will start internalizing. There's starving kids in Africa. I got to eat everything on the plate. Okay. That didn't affect me till many, many years later. What happened is this: I went to marriage. I got married, or a better known word, I went into holy fatrimony, meaning that, there's where I started to lose control, where I started to see that the behaviors that I learned as a child were catching up to me. Now, my favorite place was to go to buffets because I
Oh,
ate everything on the plate, on the first plate, on the
oh.
second plate, on the third, on the fourth, and then I
Ooh.
went for dessert and all this other stuff.
So
So
your stomach
this
is
is,
expanding and expanding and expanding.
oh,
So now
oh,
one plate doesn't fill you. So now
that's
you're
right. Now you don't have any satiety. You have destroyed your organism basically, and your belief structure has kicked in. And for most of us are from the ages of 0 to 7. It could be longer, but every bit of programming is when if your mother said, you can't have another slice of pizza or this and that deprivation starts to stick into you. Now you go there and you have the entire pizza. You're out of control. That's what happens. And people have to understand that if you're not doing this working in the inner workings of your subconscious, you're going to have minimal success. There is a percentage of the population that can succeed, but it's so minimal to hold on to the excess release of excess body fat over the next 5 or 10 or 15 years. You'll see percentages wise is very low. I mean, you could look. I mean, I know many of us have looked and saw the Biggest Loser. The
right.
Biggest Loser, that TV program was a huge hit. Now, what happened? I mean, we saw people get on the scale and they lost a ton of weight. Okay. But what happened there? They couldn't have a Biggest Loser reunion. Why couldn't they have a Biggest Loser reunion? Because over 95% of the people gained the weight back. Some of
Oh,
them actually gained more weight than they started with. And that's because there's never been any of the inner workings of the subconscious mind. If you don't get your operating system in order,
exactly.
you're going to eventually
Hence,
break
reboot
down.
mindset.
Yeah, no, you have to. And that's the work that we're here doing, is to retrain the
Mm,
subconscious mind so you could have ultimate success and not deprivation, because deprivation
exactly.
is not where it's at.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, that's
and
the
that,
worst when you say, "Oh, I can't have that," or "I can't eat that." Like you already, you're causing
yeah,
these words, these negative words on you.
you're making the words
So,
exactly. You are right now creating brain chemistry working against you, and that slows the
so
metabolism down.
right. So what I
Okay.
usually do is I like for example, I sometimes I like chocolate. So but I have
Mhm.
gotten to the point that I know I can't, it's too much sugar and everything like that. So if I want to have chocolate, I buy dark chocolate that is like 95% cocoa. I mean like organic, like
Right.
it's just dark chocolate. And in the beginning I didn't like it. But now every so often I have a craving for something. I just take a little piece. I have a little piece. I'm good. It's like don't deprive yourself. I just have a little piece and
No,
okay, my
and
chocolate
things can
craving's done.
foods can be made in different ways. They can be very palatable, very flavorful. You just have to know how to prepare them. You're just used to going for the addiction. We're going for the
Right.
addiction. We are addicted. I mean, we have a society that's addicted. The work here is to get people not to be addicted, because sugar, okay, is more addictive than cocaine or crack. I mean, that's very, very powerful. Sugar has the ability to pull you in again and again and again. And it creates functions in the brain that over time deteriorate you. I mean,
Mm.
and there's substitutions. I get stevia from South America, okay, that is not Chinese, that is unique, that has no bitter aftertaste. I make lemonade with that. I have
Mm.
delicious lemonade without putting in any of the sugars, any of the extra calories, and I'm enjoying myself. So the thing is, can we find the things to enjoy ourselves?
Yeah.
And the other thing that I want to point out is why people continue to fail is you have this primitive brain, whether you're doing this consciously or unconsciously. If you're conscious about it, you can only maybe handle one of two things going on at the same time. So how is
Right.
that one or two things
Hold on.
that you're
It's
handling
cutting out a little bit
now?
right now. I don't know why. Your connection cut out a little bit. We're a little sluggish. Hopefully, it's not me. Um, I don't know. Am I sluggish to you? Or I'm good? All right, keep talking. Let's see what happens.
Okay. So your conscious mind can handle one or two things at a time. Now, take a look at that. And you're trying to overcome and change all these behaviors and do all of these things with your conscious mind. Now, your body is doing 100,000 plus functions.
Gus, it was Gus. He's gone. He'll be back. I guess his internet just dropped. Isn't that sucky with technology? It's just unbelievable. He'll be back. He'll be back. He'll be back. We'll wait for him to come back. But he's talking about the subconscious. So we're gonna go deep dive into the subconscious and actually how that is uh, that's what controls everything. We don't realize our brain is everything. So our brain is our computer, right? It's our called our like I'm sorry. Your brain is like your hard drive. Like he said it too. Gus said it too. It's your hard drive. So it stores all this information, right? And it puts it in sections and categories and all that stuff without you even knowing it. So a great example of this, again, I always go back to my experience because that's how I can share things that I've gone through that relate. So when I had the stroke, it affected my brain, which it blocked some of my oxygen in my brain and affected my left side of my body. It what it did, it's like it wiped the memory of how my left side functioned. So when I realized that I had a stroke and I was in the hospital, um, I kept saying, I wonder why can't I move my left side? My mind, I could think like, okay, I want to move my arm. Like you don't even think about it, do you? Right? When you want to move your hand, you just move it. Well, guess what? Your brain already has that, right? Already has that program that this hand moves and you can your head goes like this or your body moves a certain way. But when you have something lacking, oh, there's Gus again. We got him back again. So I'll put him on now. So when you have like an erase, like somebody erased something in your brain, all of a sudden now a simple movement of me moving my arm I couldn't do. So it took me years to finally get my brain synced back to like, okay, I know how to move my leg. And I still have a couple of little things there, but that's how powerful your brain is. Your brain controls everything. So let's get Gus back in here. Hey, you are Gus.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, don't worry. It happens to all of us. Trust me.
Well, what I'm working to explain why there's so much diet failure and we are in diet jail, diet prison, okay, is because we're looking for a primitive brain with our conscious mind to control our entire surrounding. Okay.
Hmm.
Instead, we need to use the subconscious mind, which right now, as we speak, is handling more than 100,000 transactions inside of our body. Do you actually believe that your conscious mind could actually do that, perform that kind of thing?
No,
Impossible.
no.
Impossible. So the subconscious mind is a million times stronger than the analytical conscious mind. That's where people's lack of understanding is coming from. They get, you know, swayed by all kinds of supplements. And I'm not going to tell you that they're all bad, because that's not the case. But when there is inside the hard drive, there's been enough unconscious things been put in there throughout the years that has created the dysfunction with eating, then you can't, it's literally impossible. And it takes willpower, like to be able to bend steel with your mind. That's what it takes to be able to deplete the body fat and keep it off and
Yeah,
enjoy life. Because some people do get rid of the body fat, the very small percentage. They're not enjoying life. They're sour, a lot of them. Um, so everything has to be worked through the subconscious mind, including the exercises. You want to do exercises? I see people at the gym that are doing things that are totally unagreeable with them. I see their face. Their face are in pain, but they're there because the doctor said or something, and they don't change a bit. You see them month in, month out, and they look exactly
exactly the
the
same.
same.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened? You have faces like this, and you're pedaling on the bike. You're not enjoying it. So the brain, this guy doesn't listen at all, and
You're getting
we're
choppy
having
again.
fun, and therefore
You're choppy again.
it's stopping.
Yeah. The internet's getting sluggish again. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking at my
Oh, I don't
connection
know either.
here. You have full connection. Are you on Wi-Fi or
You're on Wi-Fi.
you on Wi-Fi? I don't know. Sometimes the internet just doesn't want to agree with us. Especially when we're having a good conversation. Come on,
Especially
angels.
when
I
we're
need
having a
all
good
the angels
conversation.
here. Come on, Rachel. Call those angels over there so we can get some good some good connection going on. We got to talk about this because there's so many people out there that need this conversation. And I struggle too. And we're going to talk about that. I struggle too sometimes because it's easier to grab a couple of crackers or um I don't know, just different things like whatever's fast to eat. Like when you go outside, it's always so easy to pick up something quick, and it's never good for you either. It's terrible. Like a lot of times when JC and I go out and we're like, what are we gonna eat when we're outside? I go to the Greek restaurant because I know I can get hummus and salad and protein, right? and I try to get some good stuff, but we're really like so picky. But we know if we're going somewhere, okay, we're gonna either we eat home before I go out, because I know when I go outside, there's not going to be anything that I really want to eat healthy, right? Everything else is pizza, burgers, all that kind of stuff. Let's see if you're better. I don't know. Let's see.
Can you
I can see you.
can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It just I don't know why
What
this.
about hearing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. All right. Let's continue and let's see if we
Is
can
my
keep the connection. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to
okay?
see.
So like,
Now I can't hear you. Dead air, dead air. Oh, Francisco says it looks good and hears good. Maybe it's me that I'm not hearing you. Somebody,
I
Francisco
don't
told me.
know. I can hear you perfectly.
All right, well, let's continue and see what happens. I want to say hi to Michael. Hey,
Okay.
Michael Martinez, how are you? So saying hi to some people that are on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the
Right.
show. And
Right.
we'll continue here as you were discussing about how hard it is that people will lose the weight and then they'll end up gaining either the same amount or double the amount back because they haven't changed their mindset. They haven't changed, their thinking, their subconscious, like you said. And, that mentality, I have to eat everything
The
on the plate.
the hard is as it was, and therefore, what's in hard drive? 0 to 7 years of age, we have accelerated learning. Accelerated learning comes from a state of mind. That state of mind is a mind that absorbs information. It just takes it in, but it has no filters. So your mother, father, your brother, uh, uh, it's being recorded. It's in the recording system.
I'm having a hard time with it.
That's
I'm still having a hard time hearing you. I'm trying to disconnect stuff on my computer to see if I'm causing the problem. Oh, he's saying to try without the headset. I don't know. Take the
try
headset
without
off.
the headset.
Yeah, maybe that's disturbing it because that's Wi-Fi too. So disconnect the headset and just do without. The headset and just do without.
It's not you.
No,
It's not you.
no.
Tell him to talk to the phone.
Okay.
Talk to the phone.
Yeah, I don't know why it's like just I keep seeing freeze every 30 seconds. It just kind of keeps, 30 seconds. You know. No sugar and pub. So, Francisco saying Francisco said he stopped
Hello?
soda, cookies. I can hear you.
Okay, now I have the head off. The headset off. It wasn't off.
Oh, now I lost him completely again. Ah! Oh my gosh. That's really bad. But he'll be back. I don't know what's going on with his connection. Um, but yeah, stopping soda, Francisco, that's good. Cookies, cake, bread, rice. Hey, yo soy latina, yo soy boricua. Me dicen no puedo comer el arroz, I can't eat rice. I'm sorry, I'm eating my rice and beans. Okay, I don't eat a whole plate, but I still got to eat my rice and beans. But you know what I do is you can change up the rice that you use. So you can make brown rice, you can make quinoa, and you can do other things to replace the rice too. All right, guys.
I'm back. Hopefully this works. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why we're having such an this. It's not even raining outside. No storms in Florida right now.
Alida, yeah, I think that we might be
Yeah.
out. I don't know. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's getting really bad. We might have to redo this again and check your connections or something because Because you're on the phone, right? You're not, you don't have your computer set up? Francis says he cheats once in a while. Hey, you can't deprive yourself completely. You always have to have your, yeah. Oh, you know what they have too? Like before, I used to eat ice cream. I used to love ice cream, right? So I would, but it was getting to the point that the fat in the ice cream is too much, right? And then the sugar and all the stuff like that. No, it's
Joey?
breaking up.
Should I try to re-enter here? Okay.
If you can try, if you have your computer, try on the laptop or something. Maybe it'll be better. For some reason, the phone is not.
It's not.
Yeah, the phone. Yeah.
Yeah. This time was mine. Mine didn't fall. For it seems I couldn't pick you up.
But it's still coming in and out. Like every time I hear you, it's like cutting out. So it's hard to have a conversation.
Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, let me see if I can get the computer up.
Okay, that's fine. So sorry again. It's always this technical difficulties. Depends on your phone, your computer, all that stuff. But talking about the no sugar. So they have avocado ice cream. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Okay, I didn't think avocado ice cream. I love avocado, but avocado ice cream is so good. And there's some recipes. I make everything home, so I know it's a lot of work, but I cook at home because I know what I'm cooking, right? I know my spices, I know all my ingredients, and I know I'm not going to get sick because I get to the point now that I go outside to eat. Me and JC go out and we both look at each other. Where are we going? And like somebody invites us somewhere and we have to look at the menu before, right? We got to look at the menu. Can we eat anything there? Or do we eat before we go? Because we don't want to be rude and go, oh, no, I'm not hungry. Just so I don't make people feel bad that I just don't like the food at the restaurant, right? But, too bad, Francisco, you don't cook. Lo tengo invitarte un día para acá, ¿verdad, JC? Francisco said he doesn't cook, so I'll have to see. I made Thanksgiving this year. Well, I do it every year, but this year, both my sons were like, Mom, I don't know what happened, but you know what? The meal that I made for Thanksgiving was so amazing. They told me it was my best Thanksgiving yet. Okay. I couldn't believe it. I was like, they ate everything. So okay, Lupe, no problem. You can see the replay later, Lupe. And you say you had a really bad connection and my guest was having a problem too. So everybody remember, please share and like my stuff on YouTube and Facebook. I have an Instagram account. I have a TikTok account. Just look it up. I've been rebranding, so it says Rebooted Mindset, and the handle for YouTube is Rebooted Mindset 555. Because somebody has Rebooted Mindset for some other weird thing. I don't know what it is, but so I had to add some numbers to it. So Rebooted Mindset 555, and you can check it out. I think I have it here too. Let me just put the little banner. Here it is. So there it is. Replays on YouTube, Rebooted Mindset. And let me see if I can take it off from ticker. I don't want to know as a ticker. Oh, well, it's showing us a ticker. Anyway, there it is on the bottom, Rebooted Mindset 555. Don't forget, please go to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, like my other ones. This is number 57. Okay, I'm still uploading. I have a couple that I'm behind on the Google Podcast and Apple Podcast. I'm on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and soon we're coming to Roku TV. So Rebooted Mindset and also Spanglish Cafe will be both on Roku. I'm working on that right now, and Roku developer and everything to get our channels are there. I just haven't uploaded the videos yet. So once that's there, you will be on like millions of homes, and you can just go and say Rebooted Mindset, boom, and it's going to come up. And that'd be cool. It's cool. Yeah. I get excited. I'm a geek, so sorry. So it's just really amazing how you can take your information now. I'm home doing a podcast, talking to people out there, and who knows how many people, millions of people, thousands of people can be watching anywhere around the world, and just try to give you good information to help you and heal you, right? And also, while we wait, Gus is going to try to reconnect because this is really important. And if not, I'll end early. And if he can't reconnect, what I'll do is for next week, we'll make sure we have a good connection for him, and we redo this because I think it's really important. We talk about the diet prison that we're in because of our conditioning that we had since we were young about food, and really not knowing about the correct foods that you need to eat. What I have discovered through the last 7 years of going through my transformation, and I'm still, every day is a transformation, but since I've been changing my mindset and, excuse me, and understanding about foods and what's in the foods. Just a simple thing I discovered the other day. So most people like pasta, right? So semolina wheat is what they use. Durum semolina wheat, I think is what it's called. When you go to the store, pick up any brand of spaghetti, okay, the name brands that you know of, and look at the ingredients, because in the ingredients it'll say semolina wheat, but then it says niacin and blah 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 and all this other stuff that I can't even pronounce. So I've discovered doing my research that all those added ingredients they put in the spaghetti is what makes you fat. It bloats you. So when you eat that spaghetti, you know how you cook a spaghetti and it looks like if you leave it in the water too long, it expands like huge, right? It expands really bad. So imagine that's doing that in your anyway, it expands. Imagine what it does to your, sorry, dog was barking. Imagine what it does to your stomach if you eat that spaghetti and you're like chowing down, especially if you eat too fast. If you eat too fast. So I buy homemade pasta. Now it's not that expensive. It's almost the price consider of the other pasta, but you need to look, right? If you look on the box, Oreos is homemade from Italy. It was on Publix. I would think it was like $2 a bag, and the taste is different. And actually, you eat that, and you don't feel that heaviness in your stomach. You're not bloated. It's just really unbelievable. You cook it. I cook it al dente, so it's just a little hard, just a little bit, and it doesn't expand like ridiculous amount of size, because of all the other garbage. It doesn't have any garbage. It's just semolina wheat. That's it. That's it in the pasta. Years, oh God, 30 years ago, maybe I tried making pasta at home, but it's a lot of work. But let me see. Oh, so I want to talk to you about another thing about health that I have here too, which is really important. So I'm offering 30 days free Scalar Light sessions. Okay, free scalar.net. You can go there. They have it in Spanish as well. So you can share with other people. It has Spanish and English. I'm not sure what other language it might translate. But you have to go and see the video. You have to go on the page and read about it, because it's a new healing. It's transformational through energy, because we are energy. And if you understand it, when you went to school and you took science class and physics, they used to tell you where matter is and energy and the atoms and the neutrons and all this other. I didn't pay attention too much because I didn't find it interesting. And now I need it. Funny how that works, huh? So now when you talk about science and how energy moves and everything like that, it's I'm going to send JC the link. I'm going to see if he can get on, because we're trying to check some stuff out. So just give me 30 seconds here. I'm going to send him the link and we can continue. But anyway, go to freescalar.net and get your free trial. It is 30 days. You get free. All you have to do is follow the instructions. You go on and you sign up and you upload a photograph and you start getting healing. Okay, it goes through your photograph. Also, all you need is a photograph. He doesn't work with people. If you go to my replays on Rebooted Mindset on YouTube, you will see the 2 Scalar Light episodes that I did with Tom Palladino, who is the founder and creator of this. And um, he's amazing. He wants to heal the world, and he has technology. Was using Tesla coils that harness the universe, God's energy into this device, and then he can send stuff to us. He has a couple of testimonies right now of some other people that have been healed from HIV. He has a whole village in India, 5,000 people. They all were HIV positive. They took the blood work and the PCR, I think it is, the test beforehand. They did scalar light. I'm not sure how long, but they were in scalar light, and they were retested again, and everybody is HIV free. So it's amazing. Everybody's different, of course, but it's just really amazing. I feel really great. I have a lot of energy. Excuse me, I'm a little tired today, so I apologize for me yawning, but I am a little tired today. I do have more energy than I usually do, but it's life is tiring. I got two ladies, my mom and my aunt to take care of, and it gets crazy. It's I get so busy I don't even know. People see me and they think, oh, she probably has a nice life, and this is like a fake background. So even though I'm manifesting right now, I want the grand piano and I love the fireplace, but it's too hot down here for a fireplace. What am I going to do with that, right? It's December 5th, right? And it was 85 degrees. And then the other day I got in the car yesterday, it was like 90 something. I'm like, it's December 5th. When are we going to get cool? Oh, I got JC coming on. He's going to join me a little bit. Hey, JC.
Hi, can you hear me? Can you hear me clear?
I hear you perfectly clear.
See, so it's not, it's I think us had a little problem over here with over there with the Wi-Fi and
Well, thanks for testing it, because I thought it was me. I hear
No,
myself echo though now.
a little echo.
Yeah, because you have the volume on your phone.
What about now? Can you hear echo still?
No, it's better. Did you freeze? I can still hear myself. JC is lounging right now, but he thought he had joined me here since Gus got booted out. But
Let me come to the other side
JC
of
could
the.
kind of talk to JC could talk to you about how when we first got together. So I had just had the stroke. It was 2 weeks after I had the stroke, and so by going to the acupuncturist, right? They told me to detox my body because of the stroke. I had to clean out my body, all the toxins out of your body, and the best way to do that is juicing. So I started doing juicing, and it was so difficult. My first acupuncturist, Dr. Love, said, no, I need you to juice for 21 days straight. I'm like, are you kidding me? No food, just liquid, Did you freeze on me, JC? JC froze. You froze. What is going on tonight? It was sounding so good. You froze. He'll come back, I guess. So I'll keep talking since he's not. I'm gonna remove him. Oh, there he's back again. You were frozen.
No. What happened was that Gus had he rang again, and I had to explain. So he's actually getting ready to come in. Okay, and this time everybody should be good. So
Well,
I know we're 49 minutes into the show, but it doesn't matter. This is Rebooted Mindset 555. So Alida's the boss, so she'll stay here until she feels like it.
we're gonna talk a little more with Gus and see how far we go, and then
So anyway, you want to tell our people out there how you made me suffer for almost 8 months.
8 months, more than that.
Was it
So
8 months?
I
I think it was around.
so
I think it was around 8-9 months.
that you could handle. So I was going through this health journey, right? Because I was trying to recover from the stroke and everything like that. So I was cooking good. I was making some good food. I was creating things with cauliflower and broccoli and Brussels sprouts, like all these vegetables and quinoa.
Everything that's good.
And sweet potato. And I made all this stuff that's good, but I had no meat. And JC's like, my chuleta. So for everybody who doesn't speak Spanish, chuleta. Where's my pork chop? We're Puerto Rican, okay? We're Puerto Rican. We're born eating rice and beans and having pork. And pork is like water. Like they don't give you a baby bottle. They give you here's a chuleta. Okay. So
Like it's in the baby bottle already.
so we were but we were raised with eating clean,
Hey,
right?
I'm gonna put me backstage for a minute, okay?
Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay. So we ate clean. Like I always tell people talk about, oh, I have to eat organic. It's like, oh, it's a new thing. It's organic. It's not new. If your family's from the country, my family lived in the country in Puerto Rico. Okay. I remember as a little girl, we had chickens and pigs and everything running around. And I used to feed them. I didn't realize we were eating them until one day I went to look for my chicken and she was gone. I was very upset that we were eating my chicken. I named her Alida after me. And I was very upset. Grandma said, I'm sorry. I'm like, what's for dinner? Chicken? No, I don't want any. Right, JC? Where'd you go? I thought I was going to put you back on. I don't know. Everybody's having a hard time. So I really wanted to talk about this with Gus because I know a lot of people out there struggle with food and make food like how do you call it? Like a drug. Like we can be addicted to so many different things. And unfortunately, the chemicals in our food, from the research I have done, some preservatives and chemicals they use in our food actually change our DNA. So what is that? That's changing our molecular structure from the inside. So who knows what can develop in your body? So cancer comes from all the chemicals in our foods, sugar, excessive amounts of sugar. It messes up anything that's white. They say white rice, white flour, white sugar, and white salt. Salt and sugar are the two things that are just really bad for you. And I know I still put salt. I buy sea salt. Sometimes I buy Himalayan salt. They say it's a better salt. I don't know. I have to have a little salt in my food. There's no way. That's one thing I don't know. If I had to get used to it, I guess I would. If I got used to being a vegan for a while, I'm not a vegan anymore, but I try to eat as much. JC came back again. What happened?
He was having a little trouble, but now he got the link finally, and he should be coming in soon. So he should be popping. So what were you telling them about? Did you cut me off before you said about that you almost had me suffering for 8-9 months?
No, I was saying how I was doing the vegan food, and then JC was eating, but what happened was now he started to lose a lot of weight. He was like getting skinnier and skinnier, and I'm like, why are you losing so much weight? Because he was just eating vegetables, right? He wasn't having enough protein in his diet or anything to sustain him, and then he didn't want to eat it, so he would run out and go get a hamburger at McDonald's. And I find the wrapper in the car.
But anyway, that was what, 5-6 years ago.
7 years ago.
Almost 7 years ago. But you know what? People think, and this is a perfect example. See, people think that there's a magic pill out there.
Yeah.
You think that anything that's gonna go fast, that you're gonna lose the weight fast, that you're gonna burn this fast, it never ends well. I'll tell you that much. It never ends well. Well, the good thing with me, I set up my mind off for that. But when she said that part that, oh, yo, man, I need a chuleta, man. But so okay, what's wrong with that? It's not that you're gonna have chuleta for breakfast, chuleta for lunch, chuleta for dinner again, and then you have chuleta the next day again. You have to learn how to moderate everything. I don't eat beef anymore. I don't have
no beef.
I don't have the taste for beef anymore. I mean, I'll eat it, but then my body will tell me later, why did you do that? Why would you do that? Like, man, it's
I can't even taste it. I can't. The taste is disgusting to me now. This has been so long.
And it's not that, but you know what it is? It's all about getting used to things. I mean, listen, I don't put sugar in my coffee anymore. I don't, even though honey contains it contains sugar, but that's once in a while. Like I can drink any tea.
It's different.
I can drink any tea without sugar. All I gotta do is put a splash of lemon in it.
Right.
Se resolvió el problema. Okay. Case out. You don't need sugar. Okay, Alida does a lot of hibiscus tea here with
The
moringa
monk,
mix. Okay,
right?
moringa and hibiscus tea. We let that. She drinks it hot. We drink it hot, and also whatever's left over,
Cold. We'll
we
make
put in
it
the
cold.
refrigerator the next day. You add a splash of lemon, like I said,
Exactly.
and
And let me tell you, let me just tell you
it,
guys about if you like iced tea, please drink organic herbal teas. Don't drink that black tea, that Lipton tea is the worst. And it's been research done that the regular iced tea will give you kidney stones, bad kidney stones. Okay. So iced tea, no. Not that Lipton iced tea that you buy that you go, oh, can I have some iced tea? No, have some hibiscus, moringa, peppermint, whatever flavor you like. Just get a nice herbal, natural tea. You brew it yourself and then just make it
right.
cold. You know?
Hey, listen, I want to bring another subject also that we hear a lot, right? When you go to the doctor, right? That's another total subject. But what do you hear every time you go to the doctor's office? You fill an application, right? And they want your family history, if your family had a heart attack or they're
Right.
diabetic. Well, you know what? Guess what? I told the doctor one day, hey doc, check this out. Okay, so we all there's like let's say there's a family of 10, right? And then my other family has another family of 10, right? So we all that whole family ate the same thing growing up, right? So the grown-ups were eating the same thing. They were giving it to the kids, right? So we inherit the food from them the way they used to eat. Because we didn't have, right? In those days we were kids, so we didn't have a mind of our own. We couldn't say, no, I don't want this, I want broccoli, like hell. What kid is gonna say that, right? But anyway, that's the way. If those
I
families were
did.
eating crap, so what do you think is gonna happen to the rest of them? All right, they're all gonna be obese. If they're eating the same thing in the same roof, under the same roof, they're all gonna be obese, they're all gonna be diabetic, and they're all gonna be using the same insulin and all that stuff, right?
Exactly.
But if you start thinking, I mean, if you get to an age that you start thinking, why am I feeling like that? Why am I getting fat like everybody else? Or why am I getting this? Well, there you go. Your mindset. So start educating yourself. Start reading books, real books. I mean, there's two narratives to everything. Remember, there's two narratives to everything, and you got to find out. Let's say 7 or 8 out of 10. So and you got to make
There's
you got to
so
make sure what you read everything. Alita make sure me and her all the time. I'm always either digging up information and then I come up to her with and she's like, well, what source did it come from? So this is important things. I don't want to
yeah,
mention
the
any companies or
source.
anything, but
Yeah, it's the source, but like I tell people, you're ignorant because you want to be. Because most people have a cell phone now. It's not like before that only handful of people had cell phones, right? And if you can get Metro, you can get a phone, pay $30 a month or whatever it is. You have internet. You can get free Wi-Fi from different places. You have Audible, you have Kindle, you have so many applications now that you can buy books online for like $2.99 and they read it to you. And
exactly. I mean, eso ya para el vago, que no quiera leerlo, or, maybe, they don't want to strain the eyes too long, but
but they're
anyway,
on your phone anyway. Stop playing what's that stupid game? Happy Bird, the
Candy
Angry Bird.
Crush.
Candy Crush or Angry Birds, okay? Stop playing
Exactly.
Angry Birds and read something. Something to educate yourself.
Listen, I'm always inventing stuff. Look, now me, Alita and I, in the mornings when we wake up, we don't do it every day. I mean, we're gonna start for the next 2 weeks, and we just doing our shots in the morning on an empty stomach. How did I came up with this? Because I did the research. Okay, so how do you want to keep your cholesterol down and your LED and all that stuff? So do the mix. Do a nice shot in the morning. You don't have to drink a whole glass. It's just a shot. Either you do it. There's two ways of doing it. Okay, either you boil a cup of water. You take 2 cloves of garlic. You shave them up, chop them up, throw them in there. You take like a 2-inch piece of ginger with the skin and everything. Just wash it out, chop it up, throw it in there. Throw a stick of cinnamon, in there. Throw it in there. Then you take a lemon, you chop it into pieces, and you throw the lemon. You boil it up, let it simmer, and that's it. And then you take maybe a tablespoon of honey. You take a shot and you put it in there. Just drink it. You know.
Yep.
Lo que
Don't
te
think
va a
about
entrar por ahí, bro. You do that for a couple of weeks, man. You know, whoever has high cholesterol and all that stuff, believe me. And not only that, take a walk, take a 30-minute stroll. I mean, you you want to do. You don't want to do it, but you're gonna have to do it. You know, and if you don't, if you're gonna have that mindset like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, I don't. With that mindset, you're never gonna reach what you want to do. I mean, it's hard.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that it's easy, but if you
Well,
can do
but
it, you can do it 7, 8 times out of 10. That's okay.
right, and that's what Gus was going to talk about. But we're gonna get him back. Unfortunately, I see him be connected, but there's no camera, so he's having a hard time. I don't know what's going on. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna end pretty soon here, and we'll have Gus on. I'll try to do it for next week, and we can get him on live again and really get in a conversation. Because this is, I feel it's so important. We're going to see Gus is doing a class. So I wanted to introduce to everybody about this like diet prison you get into. And he has the 9 steps for a healthy mind. And he also has like a diet program, but it's not what you think. It's not about food. It's about everything about reprogramming the subconscious mind and how you work with that to help you. So, like he said, now when he goes to the store, and I do the same thing. Once in a while, I'm like, I look at something, and I don't know if you do this, JC, but now I go to the supermarket, I know what I'm going to buy. And sometimes I'm hungry when I go to the store. But you know what? Even if I'm hungry, I don't buy junk anymore because I know if I eat the junk, I'm going to have a problem. Okay. And then my stomach's going to bother me. And then if I buy a candy bar, I'm like gagging because it's so sweet. Like I can't eat a Snickers bar. I can't eat those candies anymore. They're so super sweet. JC had a sweet tooth. He used to buy the Intimate cherry pies. Holy crap.
7 years ago.
Remember? Oh my God. We were buying, look at this. We were so bad. We were buying the cherry pies, Entenmann's. We were pound cake. We were in crumb cake. We were eating cakes and candy, and
Wow.
it's sugar. It's a sugar addiction.
It's the sugar.
And it's stress because and some people are really bad about that. They stress
Alida,
out.
do you know what my worst thing is that I like to snack on all the time, especially at night, which is bad? Cheese.
Oh,
Cheese is the number one addiction in the whole United States. Everywhere you go, every restaurant, cheese it. Cheese it. You want extra cheese. That. But you know what? I'm glad I'm talking about this because now it's been what, 7, 6 years? And lately, you know, we don't go to doctors regularly anymore. I mean, you get things here and there, but I think the things that we get are emotional. It has to do with stress. It has, and it doesn't even have to do that's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong
yeah.
with your body. It's sometimes the stressful situations in your
Yeah.
everyday living that can create it. Like I never knew. And for whoever doesn't know it out there, people that are always angry and always upset and everything, you know, that's emotional. That's emotional things that have to do with the liver. And it's all connected. I mean, it's unbelievable.
We're
But
all
you know what?
connected.
I am blessed and I am grateful that me and Alida we have learned from each other. I've learned a lot from her since, you know, she had the stroke and everything. And you know, we got together 2 weeks before she had the stroke, and
No, 2 weeks after.
after, oh, 2 weeks
After.
after, that's right, 2 weeks after the stroke. And since that point on, it's just been learning and learning and learning,
Yeah.
and it's unbelievable. I mean, and I feel good, man. I mean, I feel good. You know, I'm already hitting the 59th floor soon.
Well, here, hey, I got a comment here from Ramon Sanchez. He says, I drink that hot every day and I feel so good. I'm 71 years old and I love it.
There you
Good
go.
for you.
Viste.
Hey,
Ramon
you know,
Sanchez.
age is just a
Viste.
number.
Exactamente. Y you know, mucha gente, oh my God. Listen, the other day, the superstar was going on stage. I don't want to mention names, but he went on stage and he's younger than us. He's younger than me. I guess like by 10 years I got on him. But people consider 48 old already, okay? So he was coming down the aisle and he was doing one of his spectacular moves and the guy falls. Okay, and then they shut the lights off for a minute. But you know, people come and they put comments like, "Oh, ya se cree que está joven." So you know that's all crap. You are as old as you feel. If you want to feel, if you're 30 years old and you feel like you're 80 already, that's because that's all in your mind. That's all your
Yep.
mindset. The crap that you eat, you don't sleep right. You don't, you know, working 8 hours a day, and you don't like your job. You know,
Hey, you know what? You know what I
it's a lot.
remember? Talk about mindset. When we were kids, like you said, remember 40 was old, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Right? We were like 40.
You're
I'm gonna
40?
be both of us are gonna be 59 years old. I am proud to say that because
Knock
I
on wood. Here's
know,
some wood.
I mean, after everything I've gone through, I think I look pretty damn good for 59, almost
Listen,
59.
maybe one of these days we'll have a special podcast on rebooted mindset. And maybe me and Alida will get a little bit into the details because a lot of people tell me, and you know, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I am surprised that I would say out of 100 people, 90 people would not believe that I have the age that I have. You know, and you know, you have to take care of yourself. You have to love yourself.
Yep.
If you don't love yourself, not that you're being selfish. Selfish and loving yourself is two different things. Okay. Taking care of yourself, like, and you know, like they say, the lion, the king of the jungle. If you don't take care of yourself, how are you gonna take care of your family, or how are you gonna provide? Same thing with the
Exactly.
with the
Uh-huh.
lioness. When the king is not there, who's the one that goes hunt? The women. The lionesses are the one that go out there and hunt and bring it over
Siempre,
here.
siempre la mujer tiene que meterse para allá. What the
Siempre
heck? Did you
ve
see the
porque
penguins? Talking about that. Have you seen the Empire penguins? They have a movie about it. They did a whole bunch of it. So guess
correct.
what? The male stays with the egg. He has to take care of the egg, while the woman penguin has to go 200, like 2,000 miles to get food and come back and bring it back.
Ain't that a thing? And that's nature.
What the
And
heck?
that's nature. They're already programmed for that. They're so smart.
So la
But you
salsa
know,
keeps us young, okay? Everybody, salsa keeps us young. Don't forget tomorrow, 7 p.m. Spanglish Cafe.
oh yeah, baby. Well,
Here,
I'm gonna say who we got.
BMGC will be
We got a nice special guest tomorrow, Fabian Rosales. We met him on November 11th. We met him in Orlando, and it was his first time here in the United States. I mean,
from
that's gonna be an
Chile.
amazing story. So mañana lo veo, okay, de Chile. So he's
Yeah,
gonna be
tomorrow.
directly live from Chile.
Right. So we'll be here at 7 p.m. tomorrow. We'll be live with our guest. And we will. I'm so sorry, guest Gus had problems on his connections, but we will get guest Gus back on because this is very important. I want to help you guys out there. He's going to help me too because I've discovered that emotional, like, so we've been undue stress, right, JC? It's been very stressful. Like the next, like, I don't know, say the last 6 months has been hectic for us,
Yeah.
and due to the fact of that, you start changing your habits a little bit, because you're stressed and you're not eating the right thing. And my problem is I don't eat enough. My problem is I go all day, all day, all day, all day. I drink tea and water, and that's it. So I'm like fasting most of the time, and then I have a meal, and it's not good. Bye, Francisco. We'll see you tomorrow. His cousin.
It's not good, but I mean, my routine, I'm a late eater, but you know what? As long as you eat within those 8 hours and then you don't abuse it in the morning, I wake up. Sometimes I don't even eat for an hour. Like I take my
Right,
shot, I drink my glass of water with lemon or apple cider a little bit, down
right.
it, and then like another half an hour, make a protein shake. All right. And we use everything that's good in it. We use moringa powder, we use the cacava. I'm promoting it right now.
Yeah.
That should pay me for this. Anyway, since Alida turned us into the cacava, it's been a great experience for me. I've maintained my weight no matter what I eat. And I don't even cheat a lot. We were into the pizza a lot. We went to the chicken wings. Now I
But
enjoy chicken wing here and there, but it's like
it's not the same
it's
anymore.
not the same
It's
anymore. I don't enjoy like
unbelievable.
because now now you know what you're putting in your body. I'm like
Nah.
it's unbelievable what you learned in these last 5, 6 years.
I
It's a lot.
mean, we grew up in New York. I love pizza. Like pizza was my
The
bread,
best.
cheese, and sauce. I know. Love my pizza from New York, right? And once in a while, like, oh, I feel like having a pizza. We get the pizza, and then I'm like eating it, going, I didn't want this. right? Like the flavor is not, it's not the same anymore. Like my whole body, like I taste it, I can't handle the cheese and my stomach bothers me. And
Have you ever ate something and you then after that you feel so bad and you get so like upset at yourself? Why the hell did I do that? And then your stomach and your intestines and tell you the same thing. What the hell did you do to me? What did you do to me? No, it's listen, folks. It's a long process, but if you don't start as soon as possible and you wait for another week and you wait for another week, you're never gonna do it, man. Might as well
yeah,
just call it quits. Boom, just eat whatever you want. And then when you complain to your neighbor, or your family member saying, "Coño, me duele el estómago, my head don't feel good." Well, guess what? It's a three-way mechanism. You got three brains. Okay, look at I learned all this. We got three
yeah,
brains. Okay, you got your intestines, you got your stomach, and then you got your brain. So once your stomach starts going bad, then your intestines are gonna go bad, and guess what? The signal is going right to your brain. It's like a car. All right. If one of the wheels, if one of the belts is loose, what's gonna happen? The other one's gonna lose a little bit of strength, and then the car starts. Then you pressure it more, and then you're done.
yeah. And we
But
know so many people, unfortunately, we know a lot of people have had some ailments and illnesses. People have died over the last couple of years, and some people were young. They didn't have to die. It was all because of their diet and their health. They weren't taking care of themselves. And we think we're going to live forever, but we're not going to.
and as much as I
Raymond says that's your conscience talking to you. Yeah,
love, as much as I love my Puerto Rican dishes, we just have to make them differently.
I do. You know that. I cook
That's what
Puerto
we do.
Rican food, and I don't fry like I used. I don't do the frying. I use the air fryer for the
Do the
maduros or
baking,
something. I alter the food. I've altered the recipe so I don't have to fry. I bake meats, and things like that. I buy lean pork, no fat, all the fats removed. So there's a way you can still eat your Puerto Rican food, but you just can't be eating alcapurrias y bacalaíto frito y
y empanada
empanada,
aquí,
todo ese frito, all that fried food,
morcilla, all that cuchi
all that.
frito
Oh,
stuff.
please don't even go with the morcilla. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's not even go there, guys. If you're American, okay, morcillas is like it's a black sausage,
The blood sausage.
and what it is, it has rice and it has pig's blood. If you see it, I'm sorry, I saw them being made. My aunt used to make them, and I went, "What the heck is in the bucket?" And when I found that out, I was so disgusted. Especially for people who don't eat meat. Are you kidding? You die if you knew that's pig's blood. It's people love it, okay? But para mí, no me mete.
I like my pig, but I like certain parts of my pig. I don't eat none of that stuff no more. All the fried stuff. If I eat it once a month, that's fine.
Not
But
even.
even though once a month you eat
I
it,
make the
you're gonna
empanadas
pay
in the
for it.
oven. I make the
Mm,
empanadas in the oven too.
yeah. But see, we use fresh everything we do. See, everything is cooked. See, the problem is when you go outside. Once you go outside and you start going out like any restaurant that's outside, you really got to know where you're stepping into. Look at the menu. I mean, I've become such a freak that I go to the supermarket and I'm looking at everything, ingredients. Oh, I don't want this. And I used to
Mm.
love this, like Ritz crackers. We used to be hooked with Ritz crackers. Ritz crackers contain a lot of crap. When I started looking at the ingredients, cholesterol builder, fíjate, all these things, cookies, muffins. And you know what? Alida buys them for the ladies because the ladies love their cone muffins
I bake
and
them. What are you talking about?
but that's what I'm saying. Even though you make them here, it still contains, it's a little bit cleaner than the ones that we buy at BJ's and all that stuff because they really contain a lot of sugar and
Oh
you
yeah,
know
they
when,
put a lot of sugar and a
when,
lot of
I-
fat.
when you bake them here, it's different because even though you're still baking them and you don't add the extra sugar, you don't add the extra this, you don't
No,
add the chemicals, whatever.
no, and
And
I make it with almond milk. I instead of butter, I put vegan margarine, or I try to change up a little bit on the and
and
they eat
still
it.
and still on top of that, the vegan margarine is still,
I know, but you try to like I use butter sometimes. I still use butter, but on baking stuff because butter does make a difference on the taste of it, unfortunately. But
you
me, I don't try to use cow's milk. I don't try I purposely don't do dairy because it doesn't agree with me. The only thing lately that my stomach has been a little bit funny, I'm still dealing with a little thing in my stomach. So I have been getting yogurt, and the yogurt has helped me because it has probiotics. It's helped me in my stomach. So
no, that's good. Yogurt is good. I mean, when I eat eggs, and when I do, I let's say I boil four eggs, right? I'll take three of them, and I'll take out the yolk and just eat the white, and then one of them with the egg yolk. So I chop them all up. I don't
right.
even add salt to my stuff anymore. Alida knows. I don't even add salt. Pepper is okay. No salt on this. No, I mean, even if I do a toston once in a while, I don't even add salt to it. I don't like to add salt to anything. I don't add sugar to anything anymore. So in a way, that's good. It's how you reboot your mind.
There you
All
go.
about
Good
it's all about
mindset.
it's all about mindset, my people. It's about mindset. Yo no soy un santo. I'm not gonna tell you that I'm Mr. Perfect, but I will eat healthy 90% of the time, and then I gotta grease my body sometimes 10% of the
And then
time.
he has to wash it down with a beer because might as well
Yes,
wash it down
and
with a
you know
beer.
what? But you know what? I've maintained my weight between 180 and 175,
You've been
and
like
I've
that
been and I've
all the
been like that.
time.
Well, when I met Alida, I was
You were heavier.
like
Yeah, you lost
205,
weight with me.
210. And
It
then after
wasn't
that,
on
I kept,
purpose. It wasn't on purpose.
and no, and that shows a lot because I've been for the last 4 years, for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been in that same weight, 180, 175. Maybe I lost a little bit, but I'm good.
Right.
I'm good. I
Yeah.
feel good.
Well, I talk
I
about
could tie
how
my shoes and I don't breathe hard when I get up.
that's
I could get up in the morning
the
and walk
worst,
3 4 miles.
when I
I
had
could walk three.
when JC met me, my stomach was big and I couldn't bend down. It's horrible. You can't tie your shoes. You're all uncomfortable. You go somewhere, de una faja puesta, you're all tight and trying to get all trying to be all sexy. You're all uncomfortable.
None in
So,
the beginning, I had to help her get dressed. So
oh
imagine
yeah,
on top of that, because she couldn't move most of her left side. So I had to like practically dress her up. But that's
oh
good.
yeah.
That's what we do, right? That's what people do. That's what people that care for each other do. You have a mission. I'm not no walk in the park myself, but we understand each other. Because I want the best for her. She wants the best for me, and sometimes it's not all giggles and laughs. You go through your stuff because you want to make each other better.
Mm-hmm.
That's the person that you're with, right, honey? So
Yep,
you want to try
yep.
to make yourself each other better.
That's right, but you're in the right mind, my friend. Always in the right mind. Yep. In the
Thank
right
you,
mindset.
Raymond.
That's right. Thank you, Raymond. Yep.
You have to
He
be
says, "Look
there.
at my picture. See how young I look." I go, "Yeah."
Mhm.
Hey, my girlfriend just turned 70. She looks
Wow, Evelyn, she looks
amazing.
fantastic,
Yeah.
and she was dancing all night.
She dances salsa all night. Every weekend she'll go out dancing. She's amazing. So I don't, but people say 70. I'm like, that's young. All my friends now are between like 50 and 80. Let's say that, right? Because now it's expanded because people come to our events and they're like 70, 75 and they're dancing salsa all night.
All night.
I mean, unbelievable. And it's a great exercise, everybody. So if you don't know how to dance salsa, get a class and get going. But anyway, I'm going to end. So JC, thank you for coming in with me and sharing some time and talking to everybody. We're going to bring back Gus next week, and I'm
That's
so
right.
sorry he wasn't able to talk. He's a super intelligent man. He has an incredible program. JC has met Gus. He's a very, very good man. He also has some natural products that he's made, and he has a diet herb pill. I think he said he was going to mention. So we'll talk about that next week. And I want to be live because I want, if you guys have questions, that way you can come on and I can say hi to you in the comments and we can answer your questions. So that's why
Exactly.
live on Tuesday night. So, but anyway, thanks everybody for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, please Rebooted Mindset right there. Just click like, subscribe to my channel. I need more people on there. So all the algorithms and all that stuff, so I can move up on Google ranking and all that stuff that they have to do. And you'll see us on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on TikTok. We have all the platforms. Bear with me. When you have like 7, I don't even know how many. I have like 15 different accounts. It's hard to post for everything. But we're going to post, I think JC posted some up, the flyer. I'll post again the flyer for tomorrow's Spanglish Cafe at 7 p.m. And we'll talk about some announcements. And JC will be performing on the 31st at Veracruz Restaurant in Lake Worth for December 31st. Come out. The restaurant is amazing. Let me tell you, as picky as we about food, Veracruz Mexican food is made de corazón. They cook from their heart. The food is like grandma cooked it. It's amazing.
If I'm in Lake Worth, if you're in the Lake Worth area and you want to eat real authentic Mexican food, I mean fresh. I even had to wait. Yeah. And the waiter was nice enough that she told me, listen, you have to wait because it's freshly made. Really? I mean, everything. This is the second time. We went there twice. And it was amazing. I mean, you know, like Alida said, you know, for anywhere I go, I'm gonna complain about something. And here it was just
try not to, but
in this place something. It was just like
no, it was everything.
You know, everything. I'm gonna tell you how great the tacos were the first time we went. We only had 3 tacos just to try them. You know, most places you go, La Bamba, all these other Mexican restaurants, you go and you take a taco in your hand. And if you tilt it a little bit, in this place, I had it tilted for like, what, 15 seconds, 20 seconds? And there was not one drip of oil. Okay? So that's how fresh this food is. I mean, we'll be there. Like Alida said, we'll be there tomorrow in Spanglish Cafe. We're going to talk about it. We're going to put the flyer up. We're going to talk about the 31st. And we're going to be with our good friend from Chile, Fabián Rosales, trayendo su salsa nueva. So ya tú sabes, mi gente, sintonicen mañana. Alida, thank you very much, honey. Thank you for having me on. You got me here anytime you need me, so ya tú sabes. Nos fuimos.
All right. Bye. So everybody, thank you so much for being on and supporting me. I really appreciate it. And I will continue to get more great guests on here. And I'll see you next week. So just hit on again and subscribe and like. And where is there we go. No, that's not it. I was looking for my outro that I had here. I had a little thing here, but who knows where it went now. Oh, there it goes. So here we go. So thank you for watching and come back next Tuesday. And there is my subscribe to my channel, Rebooted Mindset 555 on YouTube. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. Bye.